turns out that if all you are is a profit-maximizing capitalist, you'd do exactly what you'd do if you were scared to death about climate change, because we know how to solve this problem at a profit. And the companies that are doing this are leading. When those wild-eyed environmentalists at Goldman Sachs tell you that the companies that are the leaders in environment, social, and good governance policy have 25% higher stock value than their less sustainable competitors, there's a business case. McKinsey found that for an average-sized company that reports to the Carbon Disclosure Project, there's $30 to $40 million below the line on the McKinsey cost abatement curve of profitable ways to save energy. My team walked into a company, 6,300 computers and monitors they left on 24/7 because of some urban myths. Shortens the life of the computer to turn it off and on? No. IT needs it left on? No. In that company, just publishing a policy, turn the darn things off if you're not sitting in front of them, would save the company $700,000 the first year. This is free money. And this is the opportunity that is now before us. So although I am seriously annoyed with both political parties and with most of the national government agencies, indeed around the world, organizations like the South Coast Air Quality Management District, who have for years been saying, we will have a higher quality of life if we have clean air, have been putting in place the kinds of regulations that actually are driving innovation in the corporate sector. Why is it that Germany has a reasonably healthy economy of all of Europe? Because they have very strong regulation around the environment. They have a very strong Green Party. California gets 70% more sunlight than cold, cloudy Germany, but last year Germany installed 28 times the amount of solar that we did here in California. Why? Germany has a national policy called a feed-in tariff. Here we call it a clean contract. They pay a fair price for green electricity. And as a result, Germany has created almost 500,000 new jobs in the solar sector. Next year, solar electricity will be cost competitive with grid electricity in Germany. It already is now, by the way, in Chile, where I was last week. Oh, you say, if you pay more for green electricity, it's going to raise our rates. Can't possibly do that. Deutsche Bank did a study. Yeah, it'll raise your rates, €2 to €3 a month, $50 a year equivalent, 8.6 billion euro in total in the first 4 years of the program per year. That sounds like a lot of money. What Deutsche Bank found, however, was if you do nothing, if you just keep burning coal, they would have paid 9.4 billion euro more. So sorry, you're going to pay more. You're going to pay less more if you have good policy than if you don't. Which is why organizations like the Air Quality Management District are such an important part of giving us a high-quality life, of protecting our health, and of driving our economy. Are you guys tired of the recession? We know how to get rid of the recession, unleash the green economy. And this is what I challenge you. In your lives, what are you doing every day to be a part of the green economy or to be a part of the brown economy, the gray economy, the old economy, the economy of the last century? When you make decisions every time you purchase something, where did it come from? Did a sustainable company make it, or did a less sustainable company make it? What can you do in your own community to make a difference? What can you do in your home? I put a 5-kilowatt solar system on my ranch. When the power goes out, I still have power. I have a higher quality of life and free electricity for the rest of my life. We can do this if we come together. It's a big world. It's a very big world. I just flew north to south in the hemisphere. It's a very big world. We're not going to do it without online communities. And again, it's why Care2 is so important. Join an online community. tweet, go on Facebook, communicate to the world. What you do in your life is the most important signal to the 20 or so people who look at you. Each one of us has a community of people, some larger, some smaller, but there are 10 to 20 for all of us that pay attention to what we do with our lives. And when you change your life, it changes your group. When you communicate, it changes what happens in the world as a whole. Time is very short. We simply must act and act with all the conviction in our hearts. Organizations like Women in Green, pulling women together to have these conversations, critically, critically important. Thank you. And to all of the corporate sponsors, thank you. You guys are part of this new economy that, if we unleash it, will give us the greatest prosperity ever. If we fail to, the future will be very grim. We aren't going to like living in a world of climate crisis. And we don't have to. I rather like the line from Lord of the Rings when Gandalf said, "The rule of no realm is mine, but all worthy things that are in peril as the world now stands, those are my care. And for my part I shall not wholly fail. If anything passes through this night that can still grow fair and bear fruit and flower again in the days to come. For I too am a steward, did you not know?" Doesn't matter if you're an elected official, doesn't matter if you're the head of a company. Each one of us can be that leader. And remember, in the story, it was the fun-loving, unassuming little hobbits who took on their shoulders this awesome task. And they were scared, they didn't know where they were going. But in the end, all the kings and warriors and wizards could just stand by as the little people saved the world. I think real leadership is extraordinary courage by ordinary people.